Levy, welcome to Weissenhaus. We are inside the room. We should have been outside, in the wilderness, in the greenery, but I think it's too dark outside. How are you?
I'm good. I just told you before you started recording, these are my favorite interviews. It's very rare I get to see Sagar Shah in person, in like 2 times in 1.5 months. First we were in New York, now we're in the neutral ground in Hamburg. How long is the flight here for you, by the way?
No, I was actually before this in Vaikanse.
Yeah, but from home, how long would it take to come here?
Like 12 hours.
12,
Yeah.
For me, it's about 6. So it's not so bad. It's actually longer to fly to California than here. No, I'm excited.
But you didn't come directly here. You had a stopover in Hamburg where you had a fan meetup.
Yeah, that was fun. That was it was 80 people. It was a small venue or I don't know, maybe not small, in Hamburg, in St. Pauli, the very lively district. And it was we had special guests. We had live Gazdilo. It was supposed to be like a preview of the tour, which I don't want to talk about because I already promoted here in December.
But I think people it's good to remind them that it's coming.
Yeah, so May 8th in Brussels, May 9th in London, May 11th in Vienna, Austria, May 15th in Berlin, 16th in Munich, and 17th in Warsaw, Poland. So we added Berlin and Poland.
Wow.
And Berlin and Warsaw. And yeah, I'm very excited, but it's
Do you think there'll be one person or few people who will follow on all the stops of the tour?
That'd be crazy. I think I'll ask for us to track.
You should give that guy or someone, if they do it, a special prize.
Yeah, I always like to do stuff like that. So I will ask if we have somebody who's a diehard fan and goes to every. I mean, that's a lot of money. I don't gotta give them anything. If you can afford 6 plane tickets like that, and you got all the tickets to the tours, that would be funny. But in New York, it happened. In New York, a guy came to all 3 events. However, in those events, we were giving out a signed book. I think he got 3 signed books to sell them.
Then he made more money.
Yeah, they made more money. I think it was actually that's what he was doing. Because when I saw him at the 3rd one, I was like, come on, man. But here you're not getting a signed book as part of it. So, but no, I mean, this is, we are part of now the most significant and controversial chess event in maybe 20 years. So I'm looking forward to getting it started.
When you entered here, how did you feel? There is a lot of controversy around freestyle chess, but Weissenhaus has this calming effect. What was your first impression?
Yeah, it has a calming effect. I'm definitely slightly uneasy. Probably when the event starts and we just see chess speaking for itself, if you will, it'll be fine. Nothing will change. It seems like we've sort of reached a resolution. It's currently 19 on the clock, and it's February 5th, Hamburg time. So, if something goes wrong after this interview is posted, we'll see. But I think once the event starts, it will be fine. And yeah, of course, here is beautiful. It's very relaxing, and dinner is soon, so finally get to eat.
What will be your role? What can the fans expect?
Yeah, so I'm going to be a guest until the semifinals on the amateur broadcast. What that means is I'll be in and out. I'll probably sit for a little bit, maybe go through the different openings. And I think that one is hosted officially by Tanya, who will be the host there every day. Also with me will be David Howell, Daniel Naroditsky, Canty, maybe? I don't actually know. I think Canty's here. They've assembled the Avengers of chess commentary, basically. I will probably just be walking around filming stuff, and maybe throughout the event I'll pull a player aside and say, can you do some recordings for me where I ask you what your favorite vegetable is, or something really groundbreaking. It's just something kind of lighthearted and not too serious, and that'll be my role.
But you can join us sometimes on
ChessBase
India.
I'll be a guest all over. Yeah, wherever you are, I'll stop by, of course. And you had an amazing watch party for the World Championship, which I joined.
Yes.
I made fun of ChessBase, and ChessBase was at my event yesterday. I'm not even sure they saw those comments. Hopefully not. But yeah, of course, I'll join, and I look forward to enjoying. And but I have to say, nowhere feels like home. I mean, I really, traveling is very nice, but somehow I'm very homesick this time. Maybe it's the cold weather. Maybe I just really want to be at home.
Maybe you just miss Lucy.
I miss her when I leave the house for 30 minutes, yeah, but maybe summer is somehow better. It's just so cold. It's a little bit dark, and so I'm a little sad, but the chess will cheer me up.
Chess will begin day after tomorrow. the lineup looks very exciting, especially with Magnus and Hikaru being there. Then you have Fabi, then Gukesh is there. You also have Fedosiev, who kind of feels like might be as strong as Magnus in this format.
Yeah.
What's your feeling about this tournament?
Well, my first feeling is I would like to continue with the controversy. So, if you make a promotional photo of the event, who should be at the top two? Should be Magnus and should be the world champion, right? Should be Gukesh. Should be Magnus and Gukesh. On this channel, you should say Gukesh before Magnus, of course. But they are the stars. I think they might put Magnus and Hikaru as the top two, and then they will put Gukesh number 3. So that's going to be the next controversy. But joking
maybe
aside,
if you take FIDE ratings, it's still
maybe that's what it is. Yeah, but so what's more important? Yeah, what are we saying? Number 2 in the world in FIDE or world champion? So. Okay, this will be the next controversy. I'm excited to see Gukesh play, right? We get to see Gukesh Magnus. Maybe they will never play a classical game ever. Because the only place...
No, in Norway chess they will play.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that was short-sighted of me. Yeah, okay, then that's slightly less exciting then, because it's not like pure classical, but maybe that game will just be a simple draw, So you never know. In this format, draws are much less likely. So I'm looking forward to that. Fedosiev is a monster. He played for the Gotham Knights in the Pro Chess League. He helped us win a championship. Even when he was down in FIDE, to 2670, we knew he was like a complete monster. And yes, Sindarov is here, and I don't know what to expect, but he was number 2 in the qualifications. So still, Magnus is definitely the favorite, but I mean, anybody could win. Yeah, probably Fedosiev is number 2. If I have to pick somebody, he's so strong.
Also, Magnus seems to have worked quite a lot, because there was some kind of a post which said that he was practicing in Weissenhaus for a few days before the event.
Oh wow, he's been here.
Yeah, I think so.
This feels like one of those boxing matches in Saudi Arabia. There was this recent one, Fury Usyk, and it was a rematch. And there was reports coming out that they wanted, the Saudi Arabia wanted Tyson Fury to win. So Usyk was coming there, but they wanted Tyson to win, and he won it. So it feels like, Weissenhaus, it would be better if Magnus won, it's kind of almost better if Magnus wins. And obviously for India, it's better if Gukesh wins, and everybody else is just kind of picking, maybe Hikaru wins, maybe, Firouzja wins or something like that. So yeah, maybe he'll win. By the way, what do you even do in a freestyle training camp? I mean, what do you...
I was thinking, what the trainer could do is he could set up a position and just tell Magnus, what do you think would be the best few moves at the start? And then Magnus would kind of say it, and then they would check with the engine, and he would train his intuition. So do it over and over with different positions, and you kind of learn new patterns.
So chess.
Yeah.
Like regular chess.
Regular chess, but you just can't master it fully. You have to kind of rely on your intuition. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense for sure. But I gotta tell you, I'm already slightly bored. I've played in 2 freestyle Fridays, and
you played all of them.
Actually, the last one I was 4-0. I beat Blue Baum and Aram Okobian. I had 4 points. And some of the positions were really interesting. I was understanding them, but after 20 games already, I'm slightly bored of bishop takes pawn, trapping rook, this stupid tactic that exists in every position. And I like to sometimes compare my openings in freestyle to Magnus and Hikaru and Fedosiev, and sometimes I play the same moves.
Oh.
But then as the game progresses, I make a wrong structural decision, or I misevaluate how safe my king is going to be. But I don't know. I mean, for now it's very unexplored, so it's quite interesting. But already we're seeing the same thing. I mean, patterns, certain openings. So give it a few years. I mean, the players will already have a meta. They'll kind of memorize the position. When my queen is here, my bishops are here, I should do this. And now you're just playing regular chess. You just kind of shuffled the back row. So, but okay, let's play one and find out.
And Levy, you recently did cover Tata Steel as well. That was quite exciting in terms of classical chess. So, classical chess also is getting exciting, freestyle. It's not like classical chess is sort of dead. What's your feeling?
No, definitely not dead. I mean, I still am a big believer, we don't need... freestyle chess is a very, very interesting addition, in my opinion, to the existing format. I have, always spoken about this. I don't think we can ever possibly have it replace anything, but yeah, it makes sense for the players to kind of test this out and show us what they can do without the opening, show us what they can do, but I still think that the only way to determine who's the best player in the world, if we're not going to do candidates, which is a very, very, very tough event, and yeah, players emerge like Gukesh, and then they go on to win the entire thing. I still believe in a tennis system. Like I've said it even when Magnus was the champion. It just makes sense. You have like 5 or 6 absolutely important events. We should be seeing every player in the top playing in Tata Steel. We should be seeing every player in the top play Singfield Cup, and throughout the year, and then the smaller tournaments, and we should play Rapid, we should play Blitz. Somehow all of that should be weighted, and we know who the best player in the world is. We don't really have that, so instead, yeah, we have the way it is now. No, classical is definitely not dead.
But freestyle is kind of building that. In
Yes,
a way. If you think about it, they're doing 5 events. They would have kind of similar players because top 5, I think, qualify straight away to the next one. So it might be like we'll see the similar faces, and then at the end there would be a champion of the entire tour.
Yes, no question. Just like tennis tournaments have 3 days of qualification. I mean, people who are unranked in the world can show up, win a few matches, and make it. So if they do it that way, which is a lot more expensive, I mean, their next event is in Paris. They have to rent a venue for 10 days. I mean, they're going to have to raise 12 million more pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not easy. So yeah, they have very, very big ambitions, and if they, if they do everything right, then I look forward to seeing them succeed. I won't be at the event in Paris. I'll watch at home because that's right before my tour. But yeah, they're going all over the world this year. So yeah, I mean, for sure, like we'll see. But the really short answer is yeah, classical is not dead. I mean, I can say it's dead. I just lost like 6 games in my last tournament, so this is for me it's like dead for now. But it'll be back.
What you did was incredible. Like the tournament you played, made videos every day. It was so tough for you. I was also following those videos. I felt like really. I was like, I would have collapsed there, but you were going on.
No, I mean, you can't collapse. Ultimately, it is chess at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, I'm not an athlete. Like, you see these players like Magnus, Hikaru, Gukesh. I mean, look at their willpower, like their mental strength. You can win a world championship, you can lose Tata Steel in the next month, and it's like equally as painful somehow. You see the pain that they go through, how tense it all is, and Prague winning is massive, the comeback and everything. So. Yeah, these guys are like real athletes. This is like what they do. They have the lifestyle, they have the mindset. I can't fake being a chess athlete. And now to succeed in chess, that's what you need. I mean, you have to be at the absolute top of your game. And yeah, it was a tough event for me. I completely didn't expect it. And what to do, you just have to keep training. But for now, I'm going to focus on commentary and Chessly and so on, and the tour. And
yeah, this is the incredible part that you play. Then you do your Chessly, which is, I think, a lot of work. Then you are also, doing this tour. And now you are here. This is kind of not a very common role for you because you were at the candidates, but you came for 2 days. Mm-hmm. And then you did the interviews and you left. Here you will be there for the entire event. I think, when was the last time you did something like this?
The Champions Tour final, but not the last one. Not the one in Oslo, but the one in Toronto. But yeah, that's a little bit different. I guess it's chess.com, and there I kind of like know the team. I've been there before. Here I don't really know the team. I will get to know them. I know, of course, you and your team, but yeah, it will be an interesting experience for me, but it's hard to get me out of the house. I think there was an athlete I saw recently who said, I don't leave the house unless it's for $100,000. I'm not that expensive. But it's hard to get me to leave. I like being at home. I like my setup. I like familiarity. I want to go, get my lunch where I get my lunch, and I'll be at the biggest chess events though. This is the kickoff of the tour, so I figured it would be a shame not to be here.
And we are very happy that you are here, Levy. It's time to get some dinner, and hopefully we'll be able to catch you again when the tournament begins, and to get more thoughts on how freestyle is going.
Yeah, we'll have updates of how the event is going, but I appreciate the invite as always, and I like these interviews. Just tell me all these nice things about me. It's like a mini therapy session, so shout out to everybody watching.
No, but this is true, yeah. Like I felt that when you played this event, it became so tough, and there was this one game where you were completely winning. It was with this Botnik. Mm-hmm. And I could literally see that this can happen. Yeah. Like you're not able to calculate well, and then suddenly and I think it's very tough to think about everyone following it and so on.
Yeah, it's really hard. And I think, everything is okay when you're winning. Like when I was having 2 good tournaments, and the entire chess world is making recaps. Hikaru's covering the game live, for example. It doesn't matter what anybody says. That's a bad move. That was a bad decision. It doesn't matter because you win or draw. Like you don't really lose too much. The worst is when you start losing, because that's like think of any sports team, athletes, like even in India, like the media just starts, oh, they need to do this, this is wrong, everything. And it's not like that stuff affects me. It's just like I feel stupid just going out there into this tournament and playing, actually like feeling fine, just not playing well. And like the narrative is set for me already, and I just want to play. I just want to play, and maybe I'll cover my games, maybe not. I think I would do extremely well in a tournament that was not on DGT. I would just play and enjoy.
But that's impossible.
Yeah, nowadays it's not possible.
Now the games that you will play on tour will be on DGT.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not easy. But those were the good old days. You just kind of play, enjoy, eat, like analyze the game in the privacy of your own hotel. Now, by the time the game is done, 500,000 people saw what kind of an idiot you are and all the different mistakes you made. It's just a different world.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Let's get some.
But do the viewers have any update on your training with Hans, or that didn't?
No, we haven't done it yet.
But will that happen?
If it happens, you won't know. You might know. I'll tell you, but it's not something I'm gonna film or anything like that. And Hans is smart. He's coming in at the right moment. I'm wounded. He's offering me a helping hand, and he knows what he's doing. But of course, I can learn from Hans. I can learn from a lot of very good players. And if anybody has strong mental fortitude in the chess world, Hans Niemann is probably at the very top, considering everything that he's gone through and still just playing. I mean, he just plays. Whatever you think about the stuff he's done in the past, let's say, but it takes some serious, some serious willpower to get to where he is. So maybe he can install that in my brain. Maybe not.
Very interesting.
I'm my own worst enemy. So yeah, very interesting, of course.
We are all looking forward to what will happen. But Levy, pleasure seeing you as always.
Thank you, Sagar.